Wow, thank you and sorry for that. Karibu sana Madam Beatrice Kimeo. Karibu sana.
Thank you so much, brother. Don't worry. And praise the name of the Lord. Bwana Yesu asifiwe. Praise the name of the Lord. It is very exciting to be here this. Is it still morning? It's very exciting to be here today. I'm so happy that I'm seeing new faces. We have people who are white. We have people who are chocolate. We have people who are dark. We have men, women. We have the youth. And of course, everybody here looks great. So my name is Beatrice Kimeo, Woman Rep, Kericho County. Please clap for me. So I'm here on my own behalf, on behalf of the people of Kericho County, and I believe we have some here. Let me see those of us who come from Kericho County. Please raise your hands so that we appreciate. Wow, please clap for them. So feel good and know that Mama is here today. Yeah, thank you for all of us who have been here. So let me just have a brief, and Kate said she doesn't have a written speech. I have a very brief one, but I will also add in the sides. Our guest of honor today, that is Parag Granot, who is Minister and Councillor, Head of the Economic and Trade Mission, Embassy of Israel in Kenya. We have the organizers of this very important occasion and event, Kenya Apple Growers and Exporters Association. And I want to, in particular, remember and mention the Wambukus who have actually made us proud today. All the farmers who are here. We have our guests from outside the country, from Africa and beyond. Feel welcomed in Kenya, and we appreciate your being here. And all the farmers who are here today, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to join you on this occasion of the launch of the Kenya Apple Growers and Exporters Association, and I thank the organizers for inviting me. In my capacity as human representative for the county of Kericho, I stand before you to confirm that though we are known and we are famous for tea and coffee farming, not to forget dairy farming, I stand to let us know that in Kericho we have, being an agricultural excellence, Kericho is indeed an apple growing area within the Republic of Kenya. So when I stand here and know that we are here for apple, I'm not a visitor, I'm not a foreigner, we also grow apples. This is actually not common, but this is what we do. And I want to say that as a representative of women, an obvious area of focus that is for me, and which is a priority, is the empowerment of women. And not only women, we have the youth, we also have people living with disability. So the vision I have of the relationship we shall cultivate with the Kenya, and this is the team, the Kenya Apple Growers and Exporters Association, is geared towards outgrower schemes that will enable ordinary women in Kericho and indeed countrywide to farm apples. By so enabling them, we shall improve their ability to determine their choices and thus influence the social change that we all crave. The A for apple does indeed signify that apples come first. Mothers can remember, and teachers who are here can remember our children in lower primary, is it in nursery or even below, the the letters of the alphabet. A for, yes, that tells us it is the best. I'm excited by this partnership because it does not stop at the recommendation and purchase of the good seed. And as many farmers will tell you, a lot can happen between planting and harvest. For women and youth with limited resources, this cannot be trial and error. The fact that Kagea offers education and training, outgrower services, and is undertaking research and development will go a long way in ensuring these scarce resources are well invested and result in successful harvest. I'm also encouraged by the fact that Kagea will provide access to local and international markets, ensuring the fruits are taken up from the farmers at the right price. It is indeed noteworthy that agriculture, which is the backbone of our economy, is one of the 6 pillars of the bottom-up economic model being implemented by the current government, the Kenya Kwanza government. It is also be borne in mind that the partnerships created by Kagea will not only impact that pillar, but also other pillars, including the small and medium enterprises, micro, small, and medium enterprises, healthcare, environment, and climate change, just but to name a few. Graphic illustration of the bottom-up economic model would be provided by the fact that 10 seedlings invested in a small farmer would provide an income of 200,000 a year. That is indeed the bottom-up economics. The creation of sustainable food systems as envisaged by Kagea will therefore support the bottom-up economic model and expedite our movement to a greater economy and better livelihoods. As a farming country, we are acutely aware that the financial requirements of farmers remain largely unmet. We are also aware of the fact that conventional financial instruments and facilities do not fit into the normal agricultural cycle. Long maturity periods and facilities do not fit into the normal agricultural cycle. Long maturity periods and other farming peculiar things make it difficult to finance farmers. The problem affects small farmers, women, youth more severely. It is therefore a comfort to see that Kagea has partnered with financial institutions to provide tailor-made solutions, not only around the purchase of seedlings and the planting stage, but also to support harvesting and other incidentals. The formation of a savings and credit society catering for apple farmers is also an idea whose time has come. Membership to Kagea will therefore be a one-stop shop for apple farmers or apple farmers solutions. Finally, I have to mention the contribution a successful apple value chain would make to food security in Kericho County and Kenya at large. A successful value chain would not only allow farmers to have a wider variety of safe and nutritious foods on the table, but would enhance economic access to adequate food as required for a healthy and active life. It is a matter of fact that once access to food is secured, job creation and economic growth follows. This is how we can cure poverty. An apple a day does indeed keep the doctor away. I challenge Kagea to look at the successful agricultural partnerships in Kericho County and emulate the value chains to create a strong value chain that will not only offer alternatives to the existing businesses, but also create commerce in Kericho by growing small and medium enterprises. I also challenge the people of Kericho, and I believe many are here, and the world at large, to meet the challenge and take up the services offered by this great association. While my initial priority is in making Kericho greater, the consequences cause to creating a strong African nation. So please clap for me as I end. I wouldn't want to continue, but I believe the message is home. But I want to feel good by this fact that Kenya, and in particular being an agricultural country, we are used to, and Mama actually mentioned, we are used to growing the tea, the coffee, the pyrethrum, the sugarcane, dairy farming, beef farming, goats farming. When it comes to horticulture, we are also used to planting or growing avocados, guavas. Apple is the latest and the best. So even what came out very clearly is the avocado farming. But now today, I'm so privileged that I'm seated amongst great people in this country just because they are apple farmers. This is just an initiative that is like no other. I want to congratulate all of you. Some are already seated in the fence, not knowing what to do, to go and try. Now, they have said, don't try this at home. But I'm telling you today, go and try this at home. This is the best. So as I look at you, I'm seeing millionaires and billionaires in making. So can you greet somebody next to you and say, hello, millionaire? Hello, millionaire. Yes. Thank you. So, as you go home today, whatever the association will tell us, let's go and implement. Let not be those people who only listen. Yet even the Bible says, do not just be the hearers of the word, but be the doers of the word. So go and be the doers and the implementers of the apple farming. I thank God for this great family. We are yet to come and actually I will bring my team. I don't know if you are charging consultation fee, but at least tutakuja tulete kidogo. But thank you for the market that is there, for the Africans who are here. You see, all of us are Africans. Let's not only be the importers. Those are people who are only importing from other countries. Me, I didn't know until very recently through my brother that we can plant this apple in Kenya. I knew it is only from South Africa. Sasa tuambie, hiyo yenu ende kwingine, yetu itaenda pia South Africa and beyond. So this is our time. This is our time. So, and when we do that, we are going to expand. Our children will go to school. Sinivo. Our children will go to school, and 1 apple a day, doctors will be away. We'll also be able to do the many other things, and you will be respected. When you looked at Kate coming here, hey, she's not only just an ambassador, she's a leader in this country. Yeah? So when you become that apple farmer, people will respect you. I saw a vehicle in the farm of our brother, mutakuwa na makari, courtesy of apple farming. Are we together? So please go and plant on that. Let's partner together. Israel, their conditions may not be like ours, but their place could be dry, but they plant under irrigation. Na sisi tuko na nini? At least we have rain. The climatic conditions are favorable. Let's try and don't give up. If you miss the first round, continue until you have it. So even me, Puanarono, this one I learned through you, and it's planted. You see, 10 acres is not a small achievement. But I was asking, can we also try in 1 acre, have an acre, a quarter? And I'm told, try this at home. So I'm going to try. At least I've done the many few others. But today, I'm going with a new agenda apple farming, and I will be respected. And the many women in Kericho will have to do that. So finally, we support the government of the day, which you have known, the Hustlers Fund. As I finish, the Hustlers Fund is really coming. So for the Hustlers Fund, you are the hustlers. Are you agreeing with me that you are the hustlers? Be ready so that you get that money, and when you get the Hustler Fund, you improve on the apple farming. Maybe you didn't know that you can have that money, have it, so that you can improve on your farming, and things will work well for you. Thank you very much. Welcome to Kericho. When plans are made, you are welcome. I talked to my governor. He's aware I'm here. I received greetings from the county government of Kericho. The Department of Agriculture will embrace this very seriously, and all the others of Kericho, all the other leaders embrace this. And now that I've not seen any other politician, I want to tell our visitors, our guests, Kenya is beautiful. Kate will take you around the country, and especially to being tourists, and make sure you leave a lot of money in our country. When we come to your place, we will do the necessary. And for the rest of us, how many of us have ever been to this hotel if it were not for the apple farming? Is that not Jehovah? Is that not Jehovah? God bless you greatly. Let's keep in touch, and may God bless you. Thank you very much. Now, Kate, you said you have a family. I'm also married. I have a very handsome young man. You know, when I say old, now you wonder. I have a handsome young man, and I have children who are of age. At least I'm waiting for a daughter-in-law. So I'm trying to look around too and see if I can have one so that I can go home with. And of course, maybe a son-in-law also. So God bless you. I love the Lord, and I'm saved. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Your Excellency. Wapi makofi yake wewe? Wow, wonderful. Wow, let's clap for her again. Thank you, Madam Beatrice, Women Representative, Kericho County. And on behalf of Taita Taveta Deputy Governor, Christine Kilalo, we have Boniface Mwakio, who is going to do the speech on behalf of the Deputy Governor. Karibu sana.
Our guest of honor, our hosts, and all protocol observed. Good morning. My name is Boniface Mwakio Mavula. I'm from Taveta. I'm working as County Chief Officer in charge of Agriculture and Irrigation. But I'm here to represent the county government, especially sent by the Deputy Governor, Her Excellency Christine Kilalo. I like to say that we are very happy as the Taveta people to be represented in this forum of apple farming. Somebody defined agriculture as an industry that supplies human race with food, raw materials for food, shelter, and clothing. Agriculture is uniting us. So I'm very happy to see people from everywhere, from Africa, coming here united by agriculture. Really, this is a noble obligation. This is a task that was given by our Creator. If you read the book of Genesis, chapter 3, verse 17 to 18, and I humbly quote, God said to Adam, "You listened to your wife and ate the fruit that I told you not to eat. Because of what you have done, the soil has been cursed. You will have to work hard all your life to make it produce enough food for you. It is going to bear weeds and thorns." End quote. I like in a special way to congratulate the Wambog family on this initiative of food production through apple farming. May you clap for them. These people are really obeying God's call that we have to work hard to make this life better, not only for us, but for the future generation. In Taita Taveta, we have so much, we are very much interested in investing in agriculture. We have the potential. And maybe for you to get that potential, let me give you a bit of the statistics, land statistics of Taita Taveta County. Taita Taveta County covers an area of 17,084 square kilometers. This is vast land, isn't it? But 62% of our land is owned by the national government through Tsavo East and West Park, Tsavo National Park. 24% of our land is rangeland, whereby we are investing in ranching and dryland farming. So we are left with 14% that comprises of the hills of Taita, Mwambirwa, and Sagala Hills, and that's where we have invested in horticulture and dairy farming. And there, you see our land now has the upper Taita and the lower Taita. So it is this upper Taita whereby we have really invested in horticulture and even fruit trees like the macadamia and avocado. In Taveta, which is the grain basket, not only for Taveta, but for the whole coast region, we have so much invested in banana farming. And that initiative has seen us rise from position number 8 to position number 2, only after Meru in banana farming. We have water resources. We have the Mzima Spring, but we don't have much control of it because it is in the national park. It is owned by the national government, and most of its water, in fact, is serving Mombasa. It's passing through Voi, but it's serving Mombasa. We have another water source, the Njoro Springs, water coming from Mount Kilimanjaro. Therefore, we have the potential of making Taveta food sufficient if we can successfully tap water. Because in this era of global warming, relying on rain-fed agriculture has become a challenge. And therefore, the goose to lay the golden egg is investing in ground and surface water. We want to diversify in our crop production. So when apple growers come to Taveta, we say, welcome. We want to invest. We want to move you people. We have an able leadership at the moment provided by our current governor, His Excellency Andrew Mwadime, who has promised a servant leadership. And knowing that we are disadvantaged in terms of national resource allocation, because when they are sharing the resources, they say that the Taveta, 62% that is animals, so we cannot give you money for the animals. Also, our population is also low, so we are disadvantaged also in terms of sharing resources. So our governor is saying that because we are disadvantaged in terms of resource allocation, He is creating a conducive environment for investors to come in. And therefore, I'm very happy to hear that Kagea are with us. Welcome. And we have already started, we have set almost 1,000 acres for apple growing in Taita Taveta. And we want to capacity our farmers. We want to create awareness so that we can have more and more acres set for apple growing. So what I'm saying, I'm welcoming as many, on behalf of the government, I'm welcoming as many as investors who are interested, come to Taveta, and who have a friendly population. People are welcoming and ready to work and hard working. So come to Taveta, join hands with us to transform the factors of production into goods and services for the present man and the future man. So, I would like also to remind you, even our visitors who have come from other countries, that when you are visiting Kenya, don't forget to visit Taita Taveta. Because you cannot write the history, if you are writing the history of the world without mentioning Taita Taveta, it will be not complete. The First World War started in Taita. That was the first gunshot happened in Taita, a place called Salaita. Does that mean, say that we are actually all people? No. It was just, it happened. We are victim of circumstances. When you come to Christianity, the first Catholic church in mainland Kenya was built in Taita Taveta, a place called Bura. So it has become a historic attraction center. So come to Taita Taveta. Taita Taveta, you find birds and plant species that are not found in any part of the world. So I'm telling you, come to Taita Taveta as investors and as a tourist. With those few remarks, let me say, as we live, let's try to make this world a better place to live in, so that the future generation will be happy that we were there. And as we leave this place, we shall be able to say, Veni, vidi, vici, meaning, I came, I saw, I conquered. Thank you very much.
Wow. Thank you so much, Boniface Mwakio. Asante sana, representative from Taita Taveta County. Thank you very much. Make sure you visit Taita Taveta. Yes, it's a nice place and it's a beautiful place to visit. Thank you. Now, I want to call upon our sponsors, and the group that we start is Pula. Grecon should get ready. Then we will have Equity Bank also, representative. Following that. So if Mr. Stephen Correa is ready, karibu sana Mr. Stephen Correa, Pula. Let's give him a round of applause.
The organizers of this wonderful event, all protocols observed, good morning. My name is Stephen Korir from Pula Advisors. I have a small speech. You might wonder what Pula is. I think I have some friends from Botswana. Pula is a Tswana name that means rain. And it's also Botswana's currency. But we adopted it, and we call ourselves Pula Advisors. So what is Pula Advisors, or what do we do? So Pula is an agriculture insurance and technology company that designs and delivers innovative agriculture insurance and digital products that help smallholder farmers. So how do we make this happen? We provide climate resilience and food security for smallholder farmers that are susceptible to crop loss through extreme weather. We know we have the effects of climate change, and these days we cannot be able to predict when it will rain or when we will have drought. So that is why we as Pula come in. We also design and deliver innovative agriculture insurance and digital products. So generally our processes help smallholder farmers endure yield risks, improve their farming practices, and also bolster their incomes over time. So we've worked in over 19 countries all over the world with more than 100 distribution partners and clients. We are talking here about governments, we are talking about NGOs and banks and private agriculture companies. We've also worked with 28 insurers and reinsurers and over 6 million farmers that have benefited from our products from different value chains. We are talking about wheat, we're talking about maize, green grams, and other value chains. So our global coverage so far in Africa, we are in Uganda, Kenya, Tanzania, Zambia, Zimbabwe, Malawi, Ghana, Nigeria, Senegal, and some other countries. In Asia, we are in Pakistan and Nepal. You all know or you all understand what happened in Pakistan, the floods. So we also deliver such kind of products that help farmers recover from such kind of climatic risks. We are also in Latin America, that is in Brazil and Mexico. So ladies and gentlemen, as we think about the future of agriculture, there is one thing that is inevitable, and this is technology. I heard my friend Kizito from Nigeria talking about blockchain in agriculture. So these are things that are inevitable, and we have to use this technology in agriculture so that we can be able to feed the ever-increasing population that we have in the world. So at Pula, we have some products. We have first the digital products. So we have what we call digital extension services. Here we're talking about the digital part. So we've been able to create an intelligent platform that is able to track, that is able to use climatic variables such as temperature and rainfall to track crops' life cycle and trigger agronomic tips in terms of SMSs and other channels to farmers at the right crop phenological stage, thereby advising farmers when the crops are performing poorly. So in simple terms, we are talking about how we are advising the farmers when to plant, top dress, weed, look out for major pests and diseases and other things. We also have what we call a remote sensing platform. So what do we do in this? This platform uses satellite imagery to help monitor the performance of crops during the crop life cycle. With that, we are able to use a number of vegetation indices to know when crops are performing poorly, which could be as a result of lack of nutrients, drought, and attacked by pests and diseases. The second product that we have is the insurance or other insurance products. How do we insure farmers, whether livestock farmers or crop farmers? So we have 5 main insurance products as follows. The first one, which is popular with Pula advisors, is what we call the Area Yield Index Insurance. So this is a seasonal cover that insures farmers against low yield. We have the second one, which is called the Weather Index Insurance. So this covers germination failure. So when as a farmer you plant something and it doesn't sprout, then you're able to be compensated so that you can be able now to recover, or you're able to replant and prepare for the next season. We also have hybrid index insurance. So this is the merge of the two, the area yield index insurance and the weather index insurance. So it is like a comprehensive cover for the farmer. You also have livestock insurance. So this covers pastoralists when grazing rangelands that are not sufficient for livestock to feed on due to drought or delayed rains. And the last one, we have what we call multi-peril crop insurance. So this insures farmers against historical perils that limit crop from achieving historical yields determined from the area's actual production history or average expected yield. We know as farmers, we experience a number of risks while doing farming, whether apple farming or any other kind of farming, but in this case, we're talking about apple farming. So we at Pula are open to have a discussion, and we agree the best possible way to cover your risks, and on top of that, offer some of our digital products that will help you monitor your crops along the crop's life cycle. So agriculture insurance in general can improve farmers' resilience by allowing them to recover financially from challenging seasons. So in this case, there are some things that we thought that we could never do. Personally, I never thought that apple farming could be done in Kenya, but here we are doing apple farming. Personally, I never thought that we could ever have agriculture insurance, which is very scalable in Kenya, but here we are, we have agriculture insurance. So I think there are a lot of opportunities in the agriculture spectrum, in the agriculture world, that we can be able to explore, and use of technology can really open up into these opportunities. I come from Elgeyo Marakwet, and Kate, give me 2 years. I'll be giving a testimony about apple farming in Elgeyo Marakwet. Thank you so much for listening.
Thank you so much. This juncture, I want to call upon Pioneer. Is there any representative from Pioneer? Thank you. Grecon. I saw this amazing gentleman. Karibu sana. Mpigieni makofi. Karibu sana.
Ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon. Our visitors from Africa, karibuni sana. It's a pleasure to see you all. My name is Wamai Mwangi. I am a director at Grecon Limited. We are an irrigation systems company working across 7 African countries. Our headquarters are in Nairobi, Kenya. We have 7 branches in Kenya. That's Nairobi, Mombasa, Kisumu, Eldoret, Nyeri, Meru, and Nyahururu. And by the close of the year, we'll also be present in Nakuru. So I'm glad to be here. I feel honored because Mr. Wambogo has been one of our key clients. We set up the irrigation system some years back. And a lot of farmers who are here also, we have worked together. So I'm here to talk about what we do and the necessity of irrigation, particularly for you who are going to be commercial farmers in apples. You'll agree with me that it's probably impossible to commercially produce your apple crop under rain-fed agriculture. Irrigation is a necessity, so at one point or another, you and I will have to meet up. So our key products in apple are the button drip system. By a show of hands, how many of you have adopted the button drip irrigation system? All right, small proportion, less than 10% of the room. So we recommend the button drip irrigation system for your apples because of the nature of that plant. The other irrigation system that we recommend is the overhead irrigation. It's cheaper, but the problem with it is that the water losses, especially in Africa, where it's extremely hot, are quite high. Button drip gives you an efficiency of about 45 to 50% compared to overhead irrigation. Now, I had been asked to mention about our prices for irrigation systems. So I was told one of the smallest farmers has a quarter acre, so I'll start with a quarter acre. For the button drip irrigation system, we charge 40,000 Kenya shillings, which for those who are outside of Kenya is about $300 FOB. This includes the cost of the system and also the cost of the technician, the installation works, the service. Now, for those who have half an acre, it comes to 65,000 Kenya shillings, which is $500 FOB. and for an acre, it's about 100,000. Now, these prices are estimates, depending on what we come and see in your farm. It could be lower, it could be higher, because your 1 acre here could be different from someone else's 1 acre. Elevation and a lot of other factors come into play. So these are average prices that I have given. Now, in conclusion, we have prepared very well detailed catalogs for each and every one of you. So kindly, during your lunch break, meet us at the tent out there. We'll be happy to give you this so that you're able to understand these products. Now, besides irrigation system, we offer back-to-back services. Let me explain by what I mean with this. If we come and visit your farm, and let's say you're doing apples or you want to establish apples, I won't come and tell you how you're supposed to adopt the button drip irrigation system. The first thing will be to look at your water source. Do you have enough water? Where do you intend to source your water? Do you want to do a borehole? Is it more cost effective to do a borehole other than doing a water pan? Then when it comes to pumping of the water, we do water pumps. We look at what are the alternatives that are there. Do you want electricity? Do you want diesel? Do you want solar? What are the economics behind it? And of course, now we have the reticulation of the water through various water pipes, and also the irrigation aspect of it. So we do the whole thing from borehole drilling all the way to irrigation. And we are happy to partner with each and every one of you. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Thank you. Yes. The other gentleman I want to call here, when I was told first by Kate to go visit his farm, I remember asking Kate, can anyone farm here? Because the place was so dry. The place had a lot of stones, and actually there was no water. We had to go back to town and get some water. Allow me to welcome Naji. Come here, over here, Mr. Naji. Come here. When we went to his farm is doing very, very well when it comes to, and then he does organic farming. I remember him teaching me how to use manure. Karibu sana. Tafadhali tumpigie makofi.
Thank you, MC. My fellow farming brothers and sisters, it's a great honor and privilege to be here to share my farming experiences. And I'm sure by the end of my message, I'll be able to motivate those people sitting on the fence to make a decision to start planting apples. Because the sooner you do, the earlier you do is better. Time doesn't wait for us, so why should we wait for the right time? Whatever you plan, the right time to do good things is now. So let us make sure. I'm very grateful and thankful to Wambugu family. And just to share my little background, as a young boy when I was going to school, the name of the road was called Wambugu Road. So I didn't know what connection it was going to have in life with that name. But definitely I can say now there was a reason why I was saying that name, Wambugu Road, every day when I used to go to school. I went to Muze's farm. He motivated me. He encouraged me. As MC said, our place is semi-arid. We are from Kagea County. Water is a serious issue, but if you plan well, it's not difficult. So we started with Muze. I took him first to the place, and I said, this is what I have. Can it work? And he said, let a djembe. I want to dig, and you will be successful. And thank you so much. Since that day, we planted, and The trees are now as tall as me. We have had challenges in between. Kate has been very helpful. On a phone call, Kate, this is a problem. Yeah, do this. And that's how we came along. Then come year 2020, COVID time, we had a serious problem. Disease struck the farm. Most of the flowering fruits, everything fell. And then she again came with a friend of mine and very good farming expert with a lot of knowledge, to whom I owe my existence, Mr. Edwin. He said, this is a controllable situation. We will make sure. I was almost on the verge of giving up, and he said, no, nothing doing. You are not going to give up. And since that day, Edwin has been very instrumental with the support of Mr. Matthew, Kate, and we are pushing on. And I think this is a great initiative. One of the challenges we've seen so far is market, and coming together, pooling our resources, and being an association would definitely help all the farmers and farmers to produce more and to help our country to grow enough food for the ever-growing population. So I think this is a noble idea, and everyone here is for a reason. And my message is to everyone to encourage, do not be left out, because this is the beginning of our time for Kenya and for Africa. We want to make sure the apples we give to the world are the best quality. And I was just reading some statistics. Last year alone, we as a country, our import bill for apples was $14.7 million US. If we grow enough, that is a direct saving for our country. Plus, we are growing organic apples, so good health. A healthy nation is a wealthy nation. And definitely, the government of the day being more aware about the potential of agriculture, we are sure things will change for the better. And mine is to encourage whatever difficulties come on the way. Be prepared. God has sent us all here for a reason and for a purpose to make sure we succeed. Nothing comes easy, but we all need to work together as a team to ensure that we achieve the goals of providing enough food security to all the people living on this planet. Additionally, over the years, I have learned, I was not a farmer, it just happened, and I can say now I'm at least confident that I'm able to guide. Somebody calls, do this, and with the help of Edwin and other team members, we are also providing farm management consultancy services also. And that's everything you do matters these days, and giving service to fellow Kenyans and the people in need, and the farmers are the best people who are here for a reason to grow food for people. So let us all together come together. Once again, I would request everybody to give a big round of applause to the Kwambugu family for making the star of Kenya shine and bringing Africa higher and higher. That's what we pray for, and we wish all the best, and thank you again.
Yes. Thank you too. In our midst, we also have KEFI's representative. KEFI's representative. melon, kefis. Okay. Moving on. I see, I don't know if Equity is represented. Karibu sana sir. Happy to see you here. This chance I want to give to you. I don't know if you're there. Yeah, karibu sana. Tafadhali tumpigie ni makofi. Karibu.
Thank you very much, MC. And distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, and all protocols observed, good afternoon. Thank you very much for this opportunity. My name is George Macharia from Equity Bank. I team lead food and agriculture banking in Equity Bank. And I'm excited to be amidst this big congregation to discuss food and agriculture business. I want to first of all, Bwana MC, to request that because we have a short presentation, you allow me to first of all give my colleague 10 minutes to make a presentation, then I come back and wrap up Equity Bank session, with your permission. Thank you very much. Bernard, I think I've seen him somewhere. So as Bernard comes, because I want to make an introduction to him so that all of us can see the importance that Equity Bank has in this event, but also importantly in this sector. Bernard Ogara is one of your own. Bernard Ogara is in charge of horticulture in Equity Bank. And in Equity Bank, we have split our business in various sectors. And Bernard takes care of what we call edible horticulture, which is the business that pertains fruits, herbs, and vegetables. So I want him to speak to the solutions that we have before I can come and give a small, bigger picture of what Equity Bank is doing for agriculture sector. Thank you.
Thank you very much, George, for that warm introduction. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Bernard Ogala, as George has said, and it's a great honor to be with you here today. As a bank, we support agriculture in a big way, as George has mentioned. And yes, we are glad to be in this forum where we discuss, the interventions that we have for the